Okay, so next we move to food and water. So the first thing is my food bag. So this is a Hilltop Pack, that's the brand, food bag. And obviously it's customized. So it's a picture of me and Jack together when we were actually at the Vancouver Island with my brother, visiting my brother and his girlfriend. So whenever I take my food bag out, I'll be reminded of Jacques. Not that I won't be thinking about him all the time, I will. But I love the customized bag. And also when you're hanging your food on a tree somewhere, then it's easier to recognize your bag if it's customized. That's really, one of the main reasons. So this bag is waterproof. It's made out of this, I think it's a Dyneema fabric, so it's waterproof. And and inside the bag, all of my food is in Ziploc bag as well, just for redundancy. Inside my bag, in addition to the food, is my titanium spoon, super light. And this pack has a little pocket in which to put the spoon, so you never look for where your spoon is. So the way you secure these, you just snap this, you roll it, get as much of the air out, and then you twist that out. There's a clip, and then you're able to hang your food on a tree. But in order to do that, so that's the food bag. In order to do that, you need to have some paracord, which I got lots here. I'm not sure if I'm going to take all of this, but I have to kind of customize the length I need. And I also bought this little dongle called an Apex Giant, but this will help to hang the food bag. I think it's called a PCT hang. Anyway, I still have to refine this and practice, but those are the tools that I will be using for the food bag. Then I have my water. I earlier mentioned that I would have a smart water bottle attached to my pack. This is the little strap that attached there. And then I got a hack from another YouTuber, I think it was Hiking with Braid, and she just went to the hardware store and cut some food grade tubing that you feed into a sports cap. That way when it's hooked onto your pack, you can be just sipping through without having to take your bottle out. So I really like that hack. I think that's great. So this is the smaller water bottle, and I will have a full liter smart water bottle as well that will be on the side of my pack. So this is the containers in which I will drink water out. My filter is the very well-known soy squeeze. So you just screw your water bottle in there, you scoop the water, you screw your water bottle in there, and you can actually drink straight out of the cap if you want to, or you can use it, filter it, and you're done. So I've used this on the West Coast Trail again, and many thru-hikers use this soy squeeze, and it's really excellent. So definitely bringing that. What I didn't use last time, but decided to purchase, is a C-Knock. So this, what happens is, because it's got a wide opening, it can scoop a lot of water all at once. So you can put your dirty water in there, you filter in here, and go straight through and put it into your bottle. Or if you're at camp, you can just filter and then use your water too. So easy to pack, doesn't weigh anything. So I'm definitely bringing this new item with me on the trail. The other thing that I did bring on the West Coast Trail, but I don't know that I'm going to bring this time around, is a bee-free filter. It's very small and it's pretty quick too. I was gonna bring it as a backup. The material that it's made out is, super lightweight and it's very easy, but it's probably not necessary, but it's another really good brand of filter, and I really like it too. So anyway, so that's the water. And finally, the cook system. So my cook system is going to be in this little carry bag. And if I open that, you probably can't see that, so I'm gonna try to stay up here. So this is just a protection bag. You don't have to have it, but it doesn't really weigh anything, so it's good to have. Inside, I have these, oh, I forgot what they're called. I'll look it up and put it on the screen later. But we had these Swedish cloth, I think they're called. We had these on the West Coast Trail to wipe the condensation on the outside of the tent before we packed it. They were incredibly useful. Somebody suggested that on a Facebook group that we were in for the West Coast Trail, and we all got one, and it was invaluable. So I'm bringing this with me again, and it's easy to tuck it into the bag, so handy. You always know where it is too. So my cook system, this is a Toaks titanium 1.1 liter, and handy little handle too. It's the lid, but you could always cook on it. In fact, we did an overnight trip, Jacques and I, and he actually cooked eggs in there, believe it or not. So very pretty dandy. Inside the pot, I have my cup. So this is a handy silicone Cedar Summit. I believe there's measurement inside as well if you need it. So I used that too, and that was excellent. This super, super small is the burner. So in that little case, you open it up and you open up the prongs, and it has a self-ignite as well. Super amazing. I loved it, used it, and very happy with that. This was a gift from Jacques, and that was a very good gift, ma chérie. Thank you so much. Again, it fits into the pot, so you're not looking for anything anywhere. Then I have a little Anki, which I use to clean the pot, dry the pot, and inside is the propane. This is a small one. It will actually fit a large one and still be able to house everything else. So that is the cook system. All right, pause and I'll be back with some more. Okay, so next I have a bunch of toiletries and miscellaneous before I show you electronics and then my clothing. This is a cooler cloth. Women out there know what this is, instead of toilet paper for pee. And this is a pee style. So if you're not familiar with it, look it up. But it's a dandy little device that allows women to pee standing up. A revolution. They will hang like this on my backpack, and I have the pee cloth or the cooler cloth on the dandy little pull. So that means I won't have to unhook it when I need it. I don't even need to take my backpack off. This will be available for me. So I use this on the West Coast Trail too, and it's incredible. Really recommend it highly. So there's that. At night, if you don't want to get out of your tent to pee, if you're afraid to come across a bear or any other wild animal, or it's cold and you want to stay in your tent, I'm carrying this little collapsible bottle, and I can pee. I can use the pee style, the cooler cloth, and I can actually pee in this bottle there, and it doesn't take a lot of space. So I didn't use this on the West Coast Trail, so we will have to see how that works out. But I like the idea of being able to pee in my tent. This is a from Lighterpack. Found it and thought it was, pretty good. So I'm gonna take that with me and give it a try. And then of course, through the trail, there should be some privy, as they call it, outhouse. If you're staying at one of the shelters, even though you're not staying in the shelter. Around the shelter, there usually is an outhouse. But if you're not staying there, or just happen to not be one, this is a trowel, because you have to dig a cat hole and you have to do your business in the cat hole. So you got to carry that for number 2. And this is the TP and some tissues, and of course the sanitizer as well, in this dandy little Ziploc. Then next, this Sea to Summit bag contains all my toiletries, as well as first aid, so any medicine, as well as Picardin, which is what I'll be using to protect myself against mosquitoes, ticks, etc., and a repair kit as well. This is super small. I don't know what size this bag is, but I'm pretty impressed that I've managed to put all of this in this dandy little bag. I won't unpack it. Maybe I'll do a separate video, because there's a lot of stuff in there that I customized. There's like leukotape that I made like little strips of, and just a bunch of things in there. So if you're interested, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be quite happy to do a separate video and unwrap what's in this Ditty Bag, as they call it. So there's that. Then I have, because I know I'm starting with bugs season, June, July. So this is a bug net. So you put it right on your head, and hopefully it helps a little bit with not having flies and mosquitoes in your head. I have a waterproof cap. So just or it could be for the sun as well, but usually I'll probably be wearing a hanky. But I have this cap that I'm bringing with me, and my Blue Sky Nancy blue glasses. What do you think? I thought they were pretty cool. I was gonna go for yellow, because yellow is my color, but I saw these and I thought, well, I'm Blue Sky Nancy. These are gonna be good, so I'm gonna rock those. Then, oh, I forgot this little thing. This is, I don't know what it's called, but it's a bidet. I know. I don't know if I'm gonna need it or use it, but look at the size of this thing. It's just so small. So the idea is you put it at the end of a bottle, and you can spray. You can push the bottle and it sprays, and it's kind of like a bidet, so you can clean. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna bring it, but I've never used it. But it's, again, super, super tiny. Wondering if it could be handy, so it's part of the kit. Then I talked about my pack cover before. So this is from Osprey. It's just a standard pack cover, very small. It'll go in the brain, like I mentioned before. This dandy little Purell will just hang off my pack. And then I am bringing, for sure, a small bear spray. It's more what they call a jogger spray. I'm not bringing the big bear spray bottle. When we hike out west, Jacques and I always each have a big bear spray. There's a grizzly there too, and in fact last summer we encountered a grizzly. I mean, oof, that's a story for another time. But anyway, we wouldn't go anywhere without that. I know on the Appalachian Trail, a lot of people don't carry it, but I've been following the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, and they actually closed a section recently of the Appalachian Trail because of aggressive bear. I think the problem on the Appalachian Trail is that those bears are used to human and they associated them with food. There's food around. So anyway, I'm definitely bringing this small bear spray for sure. And I'm also bringing, it's a very small hair horn. So it just makes a lot of noise for, not just for bear, but for any animal that we may encounter, apart from snake, which they won't do anything about that. I have an umbrella too. It's a small Cedar Summit umbrella. I don't know how good this little guy is going to be. If it's windy, it's very small, it's light, but I don't know how effective it will be. I'll bring it and see what happens. I might end up tossing it or sending it home, but there are better umbrella that I've seen. So could be that I replace it with something else, but I'm gonna give this guy a try, you know, to start with. So that's the umbrella. What else do I have here? Oh, I just have this little Ziploc bag. It has a couple of, well, medium size garbage bag, just in case something gets wet and I just want to separate it from the rest of the gear in my pack. And a couple of Ziploc bag as well. So this weighs nothing, super small. My little notepad, which will be in a Ziploc, and my pen for notes. And this will hang off my pack. It's a dandy, clean your glasses cloth like that. And it just hangs off of your pack, so it's pretty cool. And a whistle, always handy. And finally, this. So it will be part of my recovery plan. My friend Michelle, who has a YouTube channel as well, she started on February the 14th. Her channel is called Chasing Blazes. So if you would like to follow her, she's produced a video every single day since she started. And I believe she's on day 78 or so. And she's past the halfway point. Anyway, I think the last video I saw, she's at 1,200 miles. She's doing incredible. So check her out, check her channel. But she and I were talking before she started and before I was due to start in March. And she decided to bring this with her. And I thought, I had a ball. I had a Coke ball, and I thought that would be sufficient. That's what I was planning on bringing. But I know my muscles will really be sore. And this dandy massage stick, I don't know if you can see, but the ridges, they're like the little wheels spin and there's lots of ridges. So when you're rolling, and you guys can't see, I'll get up. You can really feel the muscles being massaged. So it weighs a pound. So yes, it's a bit of weight, but at least I could probably stick it inside my pack pretty easily. So I asked Michelle, and she said she's been using it pretty much every day since she started, and thought it was really worth the weight. So I bought one, and I'm gonna plan on bringing it with me. So, and that's it. So the next thing is the electronics. So I'm gonna go get those. And after that, we'll do the clothes, and I think that should be pretty much it.